Hello there and welcome back to France. Last time we declared war on the Ottomans again, or was in war with Ottomans. We took some provinces of Bosnia, Bulgaria and Byzantium. Also it seems the Ottomans have their own little trouble here with noble rebels along with nationalists, so we'll have to see how that works out for them. We'll probably also go after Ulm or Friesland or someone, most likely Great Britain as well this episode, see how things actually work out on that aspect. But for now we'll have to wait a little bit. We'll have to have my manpower actually recover, because right now it's hurt thanks to the fact that I'm pretty sure it's actually thanks to the AI who placed their armies on top of mine. So basically what happened there was everyone cancelled military access and then they asked for new ones. Let's see here. Can accept, will decline, will decline, will decline, will decline, will accept, will accept. Military access is alright for most part, I guess I should say, but I won't actually take any royal marriages before we have this one back up at full. So we'll also start taking or dealing with these Sunni provinces before we take the reform ones, I think, simply because of the fact that the Sunni provinces are more or less just something that starts causing trouble for me now. Also most likely go after Aragon sooner or later as well, so we'll have to sit by, see how things actually end up working out. But for now we'll be trying to reinforce our treasury and also our manpower. On a positive note here, we can actually vassalize Wales now peacefully, so we'll do that. Also, they have actually added something that I wanted for quite a while now. They actually give you a little pop-up once you actually have a cardinal candidate who changes allegiance. I kind of love that feature, I have to say. And apparently the Hungarians, it seems, have been bold enough to declare war on the Ottomans since the Ottomans can't actually get to them other than by boat. So that's a little bit interesting, but still, I'll have to see how this turns out. Apparently there are some... I can't actually siege this. So apparently the Byzantine pretender rebels popped up, and since I had my army on the spot, why can't I fight these guys? It's in exile. Well, it isn't in exile, that's kind of the problem here. Nope, not interested in alliance, not... well, you can't get the military. Why can't I actually fight the pretender rebels? It's in exile. I don't get this. It's actually in friendly territory. I don't get how the exile system actually works in this game. It doesn't actually make any sense, because I've never seen it actually do anything that makes sense, if I can say it that way. And on another note, units that should be kinda in exile, I'm thinking about units like the Ottoman units who were in fully occupied lands and still could run basically through all of them and then home again. Still didn't really... well, nothing happened with them. But I have a unit now that's standing in Byzantium, which is my lands. And what happened there? There was a noise and I didn't hear what happened. But still, we can now declare war on these guys. We probably want to ally with Sweden, Denmark, Munster, Switzerland and Friesland. Who are you guys allied to? Has Pomerania and Aragon. Well, it doesn't matter right now. We'll most likely declare war on you as well. And I'm pretty sure that the Portuguese will siege that colony for me. But still, we'll do a little experiment here, see if it helps to actually get those guys back home, I guess. And we'll also be fighting their fleet here, trying to cause some damages to them. I can of course take some lands now. I think the aggressive expansion penalty has been turned down, so we'll experiment with that, and we'll be declaring war in just a few minutes. We're more or less in a position now where we will be declaring war. We will not be allowing you Tuscany. What we will do, however, is most likely to declare war on you, and then we will cause some trouble here. French space tax, Tuscany is an elector, that's kind of interesting. Potentially then we could get the whole Roman Empire on our hands, but well, not really interesting. It would be fun though to turn into the whole Roman Empire, but we'll have to see. For now, the Ottomans and the Hungarians will duke it out, but apparently the rebels weren't a big issue because they have already been dealt with. And I think I need to build this fleet up to probably 50 ships, simply so I can transfer a bigger army and thus utilize it in a better manner for better control, basically, of everything. But for now, we'll, as I said, declare war on Great Britain. We'll most likely do it just about now, 3rd of January. We'll be going for take Northumberland, Sweden, Denmark, Munster, Switzerland, and Friesland. We'll be using only these 40,000 troops. There's no reason to use anyone else. Mostly due to the fact that my unions, my vassals, will most likely just overrun me, hurt my everything, and I don't like that. So we have declared war. We'll most likely be going after the British ships as soon as we can. I will actually destroy them quickly, pretty fast. They have 22,000 men here. So we'll be sending these guys down to have a meeting with them and duke it out, as it were. So we'll wait and see how that battle actually goes. I'm pretty sure it should go just splendid. But we're still losing far too much against them in terms of power. They actually have a 5 fire general. Still, I had a... are you guys just learning to London? Or are you going to run further? Norfolk then? Or simply to Essex, it seems. Yeah, they're only running to Essex. And 3,000 rebels. I have been complaining about rebel sizes, but still, this is just ridiculous compared to what it used to be. So, if that's how they fixed it, then I'm not impressed. But, well, it's up to them. So, we'll have to see. But what it looks like to me now is that the distance that these guys can actually run has been severely reduced, which makes it easy to hunt them. But it isn't necessarily a better solution, since it will most likely keep on ping-ponging for quite a while still. But it seems they're running up to Cumbria, if I'm not mistaken. And for some reason, sometimes it won't tell me I actually have a cardinal who have been lost. No, they're actually running through my lands. I thought that wasn't actually something that should be possible, to actually have a shattered run here, so to speak, through my lands. That doesn't even make sense that it can do that. It's do I actually have to have troops standing there waiting for them or something? Because as far as I can see, that's basically the idea I get from how things are working. I think we'll go for we'll finish the quality ideas, then we'll do a little bit more about the military, even though they are actually quite weak compared to how they used to be. I think I should perhaps go the unit up, although it seems, well, this thing says that they're equal. So we'll try. I think they'll be going to London. If I'm mistaken, then I'm mistaken. If I'm not, then we are in good shape. So yeah, hopefully we can destroy their army now. Hopefully we can start to get some sieges done. There we go. Split you guys up as much as possible. I'll have one 10,000 man army running around, or close to 10,000, running around causing some commotion, basically just killing off their troops. Because as far as I know now, it doesn't really help if my buddies siege everything, because they won't actually get any claims, any possibility to take it whatsoever. So sieging it myself is most likely the best route here. Hopefully I haven't missed too many provinces, but still, also potentially we could get, yeah. This is kind of what I've been talking about. There are 50,000 units here. They are good now at actually joining up, but still. They will be suffering bunches of attrition no matter where they go. And I apparently have all 7 cardinals, which is also good. And I forgot to tell you this, but it seems that, in case you haven't noticed and wondering why, yes, I have lost virtually all of my... or 2 points of stability. Excellent minister, gain skill 3 statesman, Richelieu. Well, it's apparently... I have no idea. A planned event, so to speak. But yeah, apparently these guys are much faster than my army, so apparently army sizes has something to see in how fast they move, or they're actually using the forced march, I think. Doesn't really matter, but this is also seriously, I am not even close to Battlestone here, but these guys are still clinging to me, and that is currently causing me attrition. They can't fight on their own, they don't actually have to do everything that I tell them to. But they don't care about that, they simply want to cause me some trouble, as it were. So that's kind of annoying me. I wish I could actually tell them to back the fuck off simply, or at least give the orders like don't help my armies unless we can avoid the attrition. Something along those lines would be perfect. But unfortunately, such an event doesn't, or such a the AI isn't smart enough to pull that off yet. But I have hopes that they actually will in the future. If not, then I can't actually say that I like it so far. But yeah, I did send my troops here, and apparently someone walked ahead of me. And as you can see, they are joining up pretty rapidly. But it's still kind of weird. So we'll see how this actually turns out. Here we have a prime example about what I'm talking about. There are currently, as you can see, I have my 15,000 men here, and then we have Wales 5,000, and then we have the Portuguese who have 35,000 men here, which basically means sieging this should take that long. So yeah, it's kind of annoying, especially since these armies will follow me no matter what. I can't actually just order them to go to the mainland, start sieging there. They'll actually stay here. They'll stick to this army for the rest of the war. I'm pretty sure this wasn't how they intended. I'm simply, at least guessing, that the original point was to simply make it so that the AI wasn't completely clueless when you actually were in a war situation. But as of now, it's actually what has happened. Instead of actually having the Portuguese over here sieging this province, which they actually definitely have access to, they are more or less now just sitting in England and causing me a truckload of trouble, thanks to the fact that they have decided that they don't actually want to help me out. They simply want to sit there on their own and, well, more or less be an annoyance. Especially the fact that, as you can see, that army will follow me anywhere, even though now it doesn't even make sense because we don't actually have any more enemies on this island. So I hope that they'll tweak that one pretty fast, because as of now the game is more or less playable, especially in terms of manpower, because my manpower suffers simply because of well, imagine walking through the Ottoman lands where I have 5, 6, 20k units, 120,000 men that I want to coordinate, and then suddenly I have 40, 60,000 of my allies' men landing on top of them, causing loads of attrition, and then I want to try and move them away, but my allies still screw me over. So yeah, I'll have to do a little bit thinking on that, see how we'll sort that out. But for now, I honestly don't know what my allies could have been doing. As you might imagine, is well, sieging Friesland, sieging Denmark, destroying these armies, but instead they're holed up in the countries causing issues. So I'd actually say that the AI, in terms of at least allies, were better before, as it were. But as of now, it's basically just being a nuisance. There aren't really any other ways for me to cut it. It's fairly annoying. Apparently this will actually hurt my relations with people quite bad, mostly just Portugal and Austria. So I think I'll take this simply to make it a little bit prettier, and also we'll take the cash they have them do what I want, that one too while I'm at it. And apparently that is a little bit too much. Well, yeah, we'll actually go for that one. This one was what I didn't like. So I think we'll keep this going for a little while longer. Try to screw them over here. Holstein, Sweden. How about I make you an offer you can't refuse? I'll concede defeat. And, well, they like that. Getting Sweden. And then also Holstein out of this war should, yeah. I sacrificed 10 prestige to get my war score up by 20%. So that's one way of doing that, but still, I'll be taking these two provinces, and apparently that will cause some extremely high relations hit with my union and vassal and everything. I don't get why that is, but willing to accept. You'll still get to. I'll send those demands. There we go. Suffered some aggressive expansion. Burgundy entered the military coalition against us. So all in all, they're trigger happy now, I think. Let's see, how much will it actually cost to call this one? 80, and it'll take 10 years. I don't see the great improvement here, but still, we'll release... Can I only release England? Couldn't I release Northumberland, or did that just change? Yeah, it probably just did change. Let's see, a create vassal England. Is that actually possible? yeah, I can actually create England. So that's great, actually. That means I can take Great Britain and simply hand it over to England. So any unions that are created is basically out of the question now, thanks to that. What I will be doing now is most likely declaring war on well, the Aragonese, Ulm, so forth, and we'll see how that turns out. But this will be the end of this one. I'll probably keep these games lying. I have no idea. I think I have a week's worth of games already played. But yeah, I actually did play a couple of episodes, episode extra, both in the Byzantine game and this one, simply to make sure that I had the content in the face of the game to me being unplayable, and simply then check what they would change in the hotfix. But for now we will. I think we'll see if they make any more changes, or if it is this way. Then I'll simply have to figure out the tricks and how you'd actually go ahead and counter this. But for now, we'll probably just leave it as it is, and we'll have to see how things turn out. But I'll probably, as you know, hand this over to England. So what I will be saying now is that we have taken or destroyed Great Britain more or less, and we'll be going after Norway next. Also, I'm a little bit unsure with the Ottomans, but I think as long as the culture is Greek, I can hand it over to Bosnia or Byzantium. We'll have to see. There are some new rules in terms of vassals too. And worst case scenario here would be that I'll actually have to release Karaman, example Karaman and Ramazan, have them eat up the Ottomans, and so forth. But we'll have to see. As I also said, we'll also most likely be trying to move ourselves to India, take down Katavar, Mevat, Baluchistan, Champa, Khmer, and so forth, and simply make ourselves at home. But we'll have to see. We'll wait for well, the next episode before we find out. And also, last thing we'll be doing is going for faster colonist. I think once we get the diplomatic relations +2, we'll also have better chances of getting things to work. So thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like. And I hope to see you around next time. Bye.